Hey everyone, I'm Editor Works and I teach O-levels, science, chem, geog, math. What I'm doing is basically giving out free tuition, giving free service, free notes, and all of these notes are available on my TikTok and on my Telegram channel, which is at Editor Works. You can ask any sort of homework or exam questions. I try to answer them. Everything there is free. Exclude your tourism. Okay, first of all, page 29 of topic 2. Globalization generates and stimulates tourism growth. How? How? Because it increases mobility, motivation and ability. Just remember, MMA, sport, mobility, motivation and ability, travel. So let's give a little content revision. What is mobility? Mobility is basically how easy it is to travel. Okay, to travel from place to place, and the transport you're using. Shinkansen, which is the bullet train, allows for very fast travels. Planes are cheaper, okay, which is the ability to travel. Okay, and then we also got higher disposable incomes ever since after World War II. Yeah, motivation, travel, which is other things that entice people, the tourists to travel. If they are, this is a form of motivation. Can be through marketing, social media, and can be through other motivations. There are, for example, a recreation to relax and enjoy relaxation. There's also a unique travel experiences. Why do tourists visit second cities? What are second cities? Basically, they are cities that are not the major cities. Like for example, in China, we have many provinces. Like for example, Hangzhou and all those Guangzhou. Right? They are major cities with many people inside, but then they are sometimes too full. So we avoid exceeding carrying capacity. Congestion, traffic congestion, pollution starts to happen because you have too many people. And until the city is able to manage this increase in visitors, try to avoid exceeding the carrying capacity. Next is enjoy lower travel costs, and last of course to fulfill needs for unique travel experience, because second cities are less frequent, less common. So over time, second cities become major cities. So in page 31 of your textbook, emergence of new tourism types. Okay, health, adventure, sports, and heritage, which is a short form for HASH. Okay, health tourism is, for example, cosmetic. You go to Korea for cosmetic. Recently, if I'm not wrong, one of the famous basketballer actually came to Singapore to do health surgery, if I'm not wrong, like a tumor, a brain tumor or something like that. But there are also types of health tourism for relaxation. For example, yoga. Adventure tourism is more of like hiking, trailing. People go to Nepal to what? The trek there, Mount Everest, right? Okay, sports is of course you go there as a sports player or as watch the sporting events. Okay, heritage is more of like the history. For example, Machu Picchu, or recently Angkor Wat, right, actually got kind of damaged, if I'm not wrong, by the border clashes, right? So the people visit Angkor Wat for what? For the heritage. Now recently, even newer type of tourism actually emerged, and it is concerts. Taylor Swift concerts, Coldplay concerts, Twice concerts, Blackpink concerts. Okay, all these concerts that are coming to Singapore, and this generates tourism. Okay, so you can write that in your exam, because again, geography, there's no right or wrong. As long as it makes sense, the examiner will give it a mark. Okay, within each tourism type, there will be two forms of description, especially for essay: the location of the tourism, where it's usually carried out, and the motivation for the tourism. For example, in sports tourism, is carried out at stadiums, gymnasiums, courts, swimming pools. Okay, they participate in the sport to relieve stress and for self-growth. Self-growth is for what? For the players. Relieve stress is for the supporters. Okay, next on page 35. Okay, types of media. There is PIB, print-based media, internet-based, and broadcast-based. Okay, it can be TV airing. Just look at Chan Brothers. They use radio. If I'm not wrong, they use radio to promote their business and their packages, right? So this is a form of broadcast media. Print-based is obsolete right now because of social media. Okay, internet-based, I mean, we see it all over the internet, on YouTube ads and everything. Okay, next on page 37, positive economic impacts of tourism. Okay, to provide employment opportunities, accommodation, transport, and leisure activities. Okay, negative economic impacts. Okay, unfavorable political situation, economic downturn, natural disaster, and outbreak of disease. So this is a shortcut for PANO. What does it mean is that you are vulnerable to all these situations. Like Singapore, right? We took a major hit in our tourism industry during the COVID-19 situation. Just use the COVID-19 as your example to support your point in your essay. Okay. Next is enhancing cultural ecosystem services, which includes RAES. What is race? Basically, it's just the shortcut lah. Recreational, aesthetic, educational, and spiritual. Okay. Negative social impact is CCC. Commodification, cultural clashes, crime rate increase. Okay. And then conserve natural environments and preserve biodiversity is to establish national parks. Establish, employ, and educate. Okay. Establish, employ, and educate. EEE. Okay, next on page 49 we have Mauritius and Seychelles. These are increasing in popularity which are affected by improper waste disposal, overfishing and unsustainable fishing methods. Okay, two ways to remember. Okay, IOU sounds like I owe you. Then next is IOU, like AEIOU, the list of vowels, the last 3 vowels. Okay, Maldives build facilities for food, accommodation and recreation. Yeah, so that's about it for topic 2.